So yes, it's another wonderful day. I haven't seen a holiday in 5.5 years. Um, just past one of these individuals, which is accredited to law enforcement. He's got red hair, shaves it bald usually, has a red beard. He's been terrorizing my life for the last 3 years. He's a cop, and you should see him. He just smirks when he does this shit. Just like the rest of his buddies, this is what happens when you hire treason for law enforcement. They've already proved their treason. I'm sure their families are treasonous too. I mean, any parents that would raise a child like this, they either got to feel sorry for themselves or they are destroyers of America and what it stands for. These crimes happen out in the broad daylight. Like, literally, if the federal government actually gave a shit about the taxpayers and just not the billionaires, because that seems to be what's happening, you know. I love Elon Musk, but, you know, he complains about his Teslas being firebombed. They're not owned by anybody except the dealership. And these people are charged with terrorism. Now, when you have an absolute epic terrorist activity going on against me and other people, anybody that tries to stand up to them, they have been this way. While Governor Brad Little sells children. While AG Labradoodle pardons these criminal cops when the crimes get too bad. Still doesn't stop the taxpayers from paying all their debts when they get sued. They're protecting these cops. They're hiring these cops. They're protecting these cops. And has anybody ever thought to think that, you know, some of these people have children and they've been showing their children how to commit a crime in a group setting and how to get away with it? Now, imagine these children being at school, bored out of their mind, and they see a child that probably doesn't have any friends, maybe not, and they decide to start doing what mom and dear old dad have shown them how to do. How to lie, how to commit crimes against this child. And what does that child have for hope? Really, seriously, what does that child have for hope? What, a counselor? A school principal? They're literally preparing their children for a lifetime of crime. And what happens to that child that gets abused and bullied and beaten down and nobody does anything about it? Gee whiz, I wonder what his daddy has in the drawer that he brings to school, and then problems. Everything I've ever predicted to the federal government, which has stayed silent and changed the rules according so they can protect their child trafficking. This is the last thing that I predicted, and I predicted this a while ago. God help us, because they're literally going to kill people.